Be me, 25, junior copywriter. I live with Mark. Mark is a gym bro. Great guy, loud chewer. Mark has a younger sister, Violet. I've heard stories about Violet for years. She's weird, Mark says. She went to an all-girls boarding school. She thinks men are a disease. Violet is 21. She just moved to our city for art school. Mark is a protective brother, so he offers to let her crash on our couch for a week, just while she finds an apartment. Just don't talk to her, Mark warns me. Why? Is she mean? She's terrifying. She's goth. And she's strictly into girls. If you look at her, she'll probably hiss. Understood, I say. I will be invisible. Violet arrives on a rainy Tuesday. Mark wasn't lying. She is 5 feet 4 inches, jet black hair with white streaks, combat boots, a t-shirt that says Hex the Patriarchy. She drags a coffin-shaped suitcase into our living room. Sup, Mark? She grunts. She looks at me, her eyes narrow. Who is the Y-chromosome? She points a black painted fingernail at me. That's OP, Mark says. He lives here. He pays half the rent. Gross, she says. Does he speak? Hello, I say. I made tacos. She sniffs the air. Meat? Beef. Murder, she mutters. I'll eat the shells. She sits on the couch. She eats 6 taco shells. She stares at me the whole time. You have a very aggressive aura, she tells me. I'm sitting reading a book, Violet. Existing as a man is aggression, she says. My ex-girlfriend said men are just hairless apes with egos. Your ex sounds charming. She was a Pisces, Violet sighs. She broke my heart. I'm never dating again. I'm dedicating my life to the void. Cool, I say. The void sounds low maintenance. She suppresses a smile. It is. Day 3. Mark is at the gym, obviously. I am working from home. Violet is in the living room, painting. She is painting a picture of a skull eating a strawberry. I walk past her to get coffee. I trip over her boots. I stumble. I catch myself on the easel. The easel tips. The paint water spills right onto her painting. No, she screams. I freeze. This is it. I'm going to die. I am so sorry, I say. She looks at the painting. The black water is running down the skull. She looks at me. She grabs a palette knife. You ruined it, she hisses. You clumsy oaf. I can fix it, I say. You can't fix art. You're a man. You only destroy. Move, I say. I grab a paper towel. I dab the water. I grab a brush. I blend the running black paint into the background. Now, instead of a ruined skull, it looks like a skull melting into shadow. It looks cooler. I step back. There, I say. Now it's abstract expressionism. Violet stares at the painting. She stares at me. You paint? She asks. I went to design school, I say, before I sold my soul to corporate marketing. She looks at the skull. She looks at my hands. It's actually better, she admits. You're welcome. She puts the knife down. Maybe you aren't a total waste of space, she mumbles. High praise. Don't get used to it, she snaps. I still hate your gender. But that night, she sits closer to me on the couch. She asks me about color theory. She stops calling me the XY. She calls me OP. Progress, Friday night. Mark is out on a date. It is just me and Violet. A massive storm hits, thunder that shakes the windows. Violet is terrified of thunder. I find her in the hallway. She's curled up in a ball, wearing oversized headphones, shaking. Violet, go away, she whimpers. The sky is screaming. It's just thunder. It's loud. I hate loud things. I go to my room. I grab my weighted blanket. Don't judge. It helps with anxiety. I bring it out. Here, I say. Weighted blanket. It helps. I drape it over her. She stops shaking. She peeks out from under the gray fabric. It's heavy, she whispers. Like the crushing weight of existence, I say. She giggles. Sit with me, she asks. Mark isn't here. Okay. I sit on the floor next to her. She leans her head on my shoulder. You smell like laundry detergent, she says. Tide Pods. My ex smelled like patchouli and lies, she says. She looks up at me. You know, she says, I've never really hung out with a guy before. Besides Mark. And Mark is basically a golden retriever. I've heard that. My school was all girls, she says. My moms are lesbians. I just assumed guys were monsters. Some are, I say, some aren't. Which one are you? She turns her body. She is looking right at me. I'm just a guy with a blanket, I say. She reaches out. She touches my hand. Your hands are big, she whispers. Is that a bad thing? I don't know yet. She leans in. She kisses me. It's quick, a peck. She pulls back, eyes wide. Panic. Oh my God, she whispers. I just kissed a man. I'm going to hell. You're goth, I say. I thought you liked hell. She laughs. She grabs my face. She kisses me again. Real this time. We hear the front door unlock. Mark is home. Violet scrambles away from me like I'm on fire. She runs to the guest room. Night, she squeaks. Mark walks in. Sup, bro? Where's Violet? Asleep, I say, trying to slow my heart rate. Good. Scary chick. 2 a.m. I am in my bed, asleep. I feel the mattress dip. I wake up. Violet is standing there. She is wearing one of my t-shirts. It goes down to her knees. Violet, I whisper. What are you doing? Mark is snoring, she says. I can hear it through the wall. And I'm cold. She climbs into my bed. Violet, this is dangerous. Mark will kill me. He has a no sister rule. Mark is an idiot, she says. She crawls under the covers. She presses her cold feet against my legs. You're warm, she sighs. You're freezing. Warming me up is your penance for being a man, she says. She puts her head on my chest. So, I whisper, does this mean you aren't a lesbian? I don't know, she mumbles into my shirt. Maybe I'm just OP sexual. That's a very exclusive club. Shut up and cuddle me. We fall asleep. Morning, I wake up. Morning, I wake up. Violet is gone. I walk to the kitchen. Violet is making coffee. Mark is eating eggs. Morning OP, Mark says. Sleep well? Yeah, I say. Great. I look at Violet. She's wearing her sunglasses inside. She is sipping black coffee. She slides a mug across the counter to me. On the napkin, she has drawn a tiny skull with hearts for eyes. She winks at me from behind her glasses. Mark, she says, I think I'm going to stay a while longer. The apartment hunting is slow. Mark shrugs. Fine by me. Just don't hex OP. Oh, I won't, she says, smirking. I think I'll keep him. It's been 3 months. Violet couldn't find an apartment. So, she moved into my room. Mark still thinks she sleeps on the couch. He's very unobservant. We have to be careful. When Mark is home, she calls me the oaf's minion. She rolls her eyes at me. When Mark leaves, she jumps me. She's redesigning my wardrobe. I now own 3 black hoodies and a pair of Doc Martens. You look like a brooding poet, she says. It's hot. Yesterday, Mark found a black lipstick stain on my collar. Dude, Mark said, did you get a goth girlfriend? Yeah, I said. Met her at a concert. Nice, Mark fist bumped me. Just keep her away from Violet. They might summon a demon. I looked at Violet. She was hiding a laugh behind her hand. Yeah, I said. Disaster. Be me. Dating my roommate's man-hating sister. She says I ruined her track record, but she sleeps in my t-shirts every night. I think I'm safe, for now.